Okay, I'm opening the image into Photoshop CC, and then we will carry on. This image was provided by Santosh Doble. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not quite sure, to be quite honest, and I am so sorry if I have pronounced it wrongly. Santosh actually did work on this image, but what happened was the skin was a little unnatural looking, and the color tone was not exactly how it should be. So he requested me that if I can create a tutorial on this one by working on this one, so that he can have a go as well, and hopefully we learn something out of it. Anyway, so here is the image. It's a really beautiful image, to be quite honest. I like it so much. It's so colorful, perfect lighting, I would say, more or less. What I personally would do on this is actually I would remove this part from the back if I can, because I think it's not helping anymore. Plus, I see the hair is bit too dark. When I say dark, I don't see details in hair, especially on this hair. Look, if we enlarge it a bit, you will see what I mean. This area especially, it looks completely black. So I would like to bring some details there if I can, which I'm hoping that I would be able to. Anyway, usually what I do, as soon as I open the image, I would like to open it as a smart object straight away without doing anything. So that will open the image here into Photoshop. Soon as it comes here, I will right click here, and then I'll make a copy, but it's not an ordinary copy, it's a new smart object via copy. The reason I'm doing this way is because we can work independently on both layers. So that's the reason I do this. Okay, soon as I do this, now what I will do is I will double click on the bottom layer to reopen it back into camera raw, and then I would like to work on it. So like I mentioned, I would like to do the hair first if I can. Let me try auto first and see what happens. Okay, I don't think auto helps any good, so I'll leave that. I will increase the shadow. Probably that will bring some detail. Yes, it is actually helping. It has brought some details out in the hair. So that's one thing. Second, let me check the white balance. It says custom here, so we will go on edge short. Okay, that doesn't make much of difference. Auto, yes, I think auto is little better than before, so I would go 50-50 kind of thing. So what is 50-50? Let's go back to edge short, which is what, 40-50, and let's go back to auto. Now I will increase a bit from here, just a tiny bit, not too much, because it will create orangey effect on face, which we don't really need. I will go very little, in fact. That will do. So this looks better, I think. If we click preview here before and after, the color temperature is much better than before. The next thing I would like to do is I see a little noise in the background. So we'll click the third icon, which is for the noise reduction, and then increase noise reduction and see how it goes. Yep, it is helping. So I will increase a little more. You see, that will help little towards the skin as well, actually speaking. But I'm not too keen right now to correct the skin. So I would actually increase it more because I want to remove the noise completely. Okay, I would increase the color as well. And then I think I would click OK. So now we can see no difference whatsoever, and that is simply because the changes we did is in the bottom layer. So as soon as we click this icon of the top layer, we will see what we done. Here we are. Okay, so now what I would like to do, actually I would like to create one more and I will click on this one, middle one, and then I would like to actually remove the noise reduction from the face because it has gone a bit too plasticky kind of thing, which I don't want. So I will go back noise reduction wise, and I will click OK as soon as I am ready. Okay, so the first one is with hold on, let me make one more copy of this one. New smart object via copy. I will put that right below and I will close it. That is for our safety, just in case, and we'll call it original. Okay, we are not going to touch that. So we have got 3 copies now. The first one has got a full noise reduction, second one has got more or less no noise reduction, and the third one has got nothing done on it at all. Okay, so I will close the top one first, then I will create a mask next to the middle one. Here we are, that's our mask. And then what I would like to do is I would like to remove the noise from the background. So I will select the black brush. I will click here on this double arrow sided thingy, which will change. If you click, it changes the color from back to forward and forward to back. At the same time, you can press X on keyboard. That will do the job as well. Okay, B for brush and click, click, click. I will remove all the noise from the background because we don't need it. Okay, I have removed completely from the background and I haven't touched the model at all because it seems okay to me. So that is that. Now I will open the top layer and tell you what, in fact I will move this middle layer at the top. No, sorry, not the middle layer. We don't really need this top layer anymore actually. Yeah, so we'll delete this layer, we don't need it. 2 is more than enough. And now I think before I go any further, I would like to, let me see. Yeah, I would like to crop actually this image a bit because there is no need of this black part at the bottom. So what I will do is I'll click C for the cropping and then I'll crop it up to, I would say, somewhere here, which get rid of all the black area from the bottom. And then I will click enter or return. Then I will create new blank layer at the top and I will call it cloning. I will select the cloning tool, which is S, shortcut is S for cloning. Make sure that opacity is 100% and soft brush, and then select from there and click it and let it go. Okay, I think that's a little better than before. Oops. If you make mistakes, do not worry, just undo it and do it again. There we are. Don't worry too much about the background. We'll sort it out if there is anything to be done later on. Okay, let's match this area. That's it. Okay, so that's that. Now I think I will clone here as well a little bit. I don't want this part unnecessarily. Right. Now let's zoom it in and do some skin work. Okay, select this middle layer and then create another layer, blank layer, and name it skin, because we are going to do the skin work now. Now, like Santosh did, we can actually use mixer brush, which is my favorite, to be quite honest. I love mixer brush. It does really good job. So I think I would select that with 100% wet. 19 will do. Load mixing 17, 17, yeah, that will do. And then just click. I don't want to mess up all the texture, so I will not do too heavily. Just want to remove the blemishes if there is any, and a bit of smoothness here. There we are. That will actually remove the noise as well, so we'll do that. When we use this mixer brush, we have to be very careful that we don't take any dark stroke into light one and light stroke into dark one. For example, say if I do this, it will go on the hair and it will look different. So you should never ever do that. So just stick to the line, the area you are brushing. If you're doing one particular area, do not mix it with the other area. Go bit by bit. That way you will have precise work done. And of course you have to adjust your brush as you go along, because sometimes you can't use really the same size of the brush everywhere. So you have to keep on adjusting the brush size. Okay, and the other thing which is also very important, that you should never ever use this brush on the edges. Any of the edge, you should not use this brush, because it will ruin the edge completely and it will be very difficult for you to repair it. So make sure you don't use it on edges at all. Okay, this is definitely a lengthy and perhaps boring job, but if you do it calmly, if you do it nicely and take your time, the result will be there. You will love the end result. Always taking some time will give you a proper result. Okay, so that's that. I don't want this lighting here. Okay, that's that. Okay, let me enlarge a bit. Okay. There we are. Right. I think I am almost done now. Let's check it that there's nothing is left over. Okay, this bit here is left over, I think. As well as here, just a tiny bit. Looks nice. Okay, this is a bit tricky area. Be careful here. You can see some noise there as well because of the dark. But not to worry, because we are doing this on separate layer, so we can control it completely. There shouldn't be any problem once we finish with it. Okay, I don't think I'll bother too much here, to be quite honest, because it's the back. But anyway, let's do a little bit. I don't want to do too much work at the back because it's not noticeable and it's not worth messing about. Okay, so that's that. Is there any more skin? I don't think there is any. Is there? No. Fine. Okay. Now what I would like to do, which is very important step actually, not many people do this, they forget sometimes. You have to reduce the opacity of the same layer just a tiny bit so that we can have the texture back. I think 7980 should be okay. It looks really good. And then what we can do is we go to, hold on, let me come out of this brush before I forget. We go to filter, then noise, and add noise. This will give a proper texture on the face. 179 looks perfectly okay to me. Make sure it's Gaussian selected and monochromatic is ticked, and then click OK. Looks really good to me. Okay, now I would like to improve eye just a tiny bit. So what I'll do is I'll select the main layer again and then create new blank layer and name it eyes, and then change the blending mode to color dodge, and then select brush by pressing B on keyboard, and then hold Alt and click in the eye to select the color of the eye, and then adjust your brush size as needed, and then simply go over the area which we want to improve just a tiny bit. Do the same thing on the other eye, and that's it. Now reduce the zoom out a bit so that we know what we are doing, rather than okay, I think it's a bit too much, okay, which was uh, done knowingly, but now what we will do is we will reduce the opacity of the same layer and increase just a tiny bit. I think around 50 in this case will do. 50 is bit, yeah, that's it. And then click this eye icon to see before and after. It gives attention now, proper. So this looks okay to me now. And then I will select the main layer again, or in fact I'll, yes, yeah, main layer, and then we will do a little dodging and burning. I have got actually action for that though, so I'm using my action to save the time, but you can do it while holding alt. You click one of this icon to create a new layer, which will not only create new layer, it will give you a choice of let me show you anyway. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm holding alt and clicking it here. What you do is you give the name dodging and burning. You select here overlay and you click this for the 50% gray and then click OK. Yeah, that will give you the box which I have got here already. Make sure you have default color, which is black and white here, and then select dodging and burning tool. Now for the dark I hold alt and do it. For the light I release the alt. So I'm holding alt now to have it a bit dark here. We want to pop out this eye, so I would like to do some little makeup here. Okay, make sure your brush size is 2 when you're working on eyebrows. Actually, this model has lovely eyebrows, there's nothing much to be done. It's really good. Some models actually are lacking of beautiful eyebrows, maybe because of the makeup or god knows what, but not as good as this one, this model has. Okay, so that's that. I will actually increase the brush size a little, and then I will do pupil as well. Okay, there we are. Okay, don't want that. And then the lips, just outline just tiny bit to give definition. Don't want too heavy. Okay, maybe I will reduce the exposure now from 50 to around 30-35, and then I would have a little up here, give proper nose line and everything. Actually this is beautiful shot. There is nothing much to be done, to be quite honest. Just a little touch up, that's all really. Okay, see the highlight. Okay, oops, too far. Right, this will give the definition, the depth to the figure. Okay, I think it looks much better now. If we click this original by holding Alt, you will see the difference. Look at this before, after, before, after. Looks much better. Okay, so right. In fact, I'll do all this as well. Right, I won't do too much because we don't want to spoil anything. Like I said, the image is really good as it is, more or less, you know. Okay, what I would like to do is actually I would like to blend this shadow a little bit. So I will use this layer which says cloning and select its stamp, cloning tool. I've reduced the opacity to, I would say, around 50, and then click and just go around. We don't want to remove completely, but just want to dilute it kind of. Okay, that will do, I think. That's fine. Yeah, looks much better now, I think. The second reason I'm not doing 100% is because it will take too long in video. So I'm just giving you an idea of what and how to do things to make image better than it is. Okay, I think I'll check the lipstick whether it is, I'm not quite happy to be quite honest. So while I have selected the same layer, I will outline it. It's gone a little out of the actual leaves. That might be purposely, I don't know, but okay. Right. Okay. Looks much better now. Okay, let's have a look. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to create composite snap by holding Shift, Alt, Command or Control plus E, which will give us new layer compositing all the layers below. And I will make a duplicate of it. And then I would like to actually use liquify tool. Right, I will increase my brush size. I'll put her dummy back in I will select the top tool and I'll put it back. That's better. Alright, I don't want to do too much because she'll be too skinny otherwise. Just want to make it little. Right, I think that will do the job. So that's that. Bit of here as well. There we are. Yep. And click OK to accept the changes. If you want to see the before and after, we will click this eye icon. There we are. That's before, after, before, after. Okay, now what I would like to do is I will again create the snapshot once more. Well, the composite snap rather, by holding Shift, Alt, Command or Control plus E. Okay, we'll name it CS, which is Composite Snap. Okay, what I am doing right now is I'm using one of the plugin which is called On One Perfect Photo. Just to add some texture on the skin, which I have already done, and I'll apply it and we'll see how it looks. If it looks good, we'll keep it, or else we'll remove it. I think it looks okay, to be frank. Yeah. Okay, if you compare, that's before and that's after. Yeah, I think it looks much better. You know why? Because eyes has pop up a bit, and that looks really good. What we can do is we can create a mask next to it. Select the black brush with, I would say, 50% opacity, and then brush over the rest of the area where we don't really need this effect, which I think the nose and this area I don't think we need up here. Well, leave there. But yes, other than that, I think the rest is fine. So we'll keep it like that. Okay, now what I would like to do is I would like to make a selection of eyebrows. I will select the pen tool by pressing P and then select the eyebrows because I want to make it a little darker than they are right now. Okay, just a tiny bit. So select eyebrows. That's one. So select the eyebrow and then click adjustment layer and click on curves, and then make sure you click this clipping icon and then just a tiny bit down, just very tiny actually. Okay, that will do, I think. Also that's before. Hold on, what is happening here? Close that, create a composite snap and then apply on it. Let's take it out. Oops. Okay, there we are. Close it and then reduce opacity just a tiny bit because it should look natural. This is 0, this is 100%. I think I'll go for somewhere around 40. Yeah, somewhere around 40. I think this looks different now, so tell you what, might as well do the other one. Okay, and then right click on it and the make selection, feather by 2, and do the same thing again. Click on adjustment layer, then curve, click on this icon and then darken it a bit, and that's it. Okay, now what I will do is I will make another composite snap, and that is, I believe, the last one more or less, and I'll crop it a bit from the top. I think there's too much space at the top. We don't really need that much. This will do, this much. There we go. That's better. And then we can crop, I think, from the side as well, just a tiny bit. So select the crop tool again and reduce from the back. That should do, I think. Yeah. Enter. And there we are. Okay, now what I would like to do is I will flatten the image now because we have done almost everything. So I'll flatten the image. Yeah, that's fine. And then I would like to provide edge sharpening. Now for that I have got action, so I'm not going to go manually because it will take a little longer. So usually what you do, actually, you go to filter and then sharpen, and then edge sharpening should be somewhere here, I think. Sharpen, unsharp mask, sharpen edge. But I don't want to do that. It doesn't really work that great. My action works much better than that. So I will use my action. So my action is somewhere here. Edge sharpening. There we are. And then 200, then click OK. Now we don't really need this, so we'll close it. There we are. This is our final image, I think. That's before the edge sharpening, and that's after the edge sharpening. You can see the difference in the eye, actually. Okay, here is our before and after. To see the difference, in original we can see there was some color cast as well, the yellow and orange color cast, I think. So that has been removed by the process. We can see clear colors here, and it looks much better, actually. Well, this is it, and I hope this helps. While you're watching, please do not forget to click Subscribe if you want to receive auto notification on my new release videos. Thank you and bye for now.